Hello! We're done with our topic under linear equations in two variables. So this time, we are going to have illustrating system of linear equations in two variables. Okay, so to start, we are going to rewrite the following verbal statements to mathematical equations. So again, we are going to change this or rewrite this in mathematical equations. Take note, you are going to have equations. Okay. So we have the sum of two numbers is 10. So what will be your mathematical equation in this statement? Alright, we have here x plus y equals 10. Okay, so let us use the variables x and y. So since you are familiar in our lesson in linear equations into variables, since we are familiar with the variables x and y, so let us just choose the variables x and y on the given statements here. Okay, number 2, we have thrice a number decreased by twice another number is 10. Okay, so we have again to use two variables, so we have again to use x and y. So it is said that twice a number. Okay, so for example, that number is x, so thrice a number, so we have here 3x. Decreased by, what do you mean by decreased? Yes, subtraction. We have to use subtraction here or minus sign here. Decreased by twice, what do you mean by twice? Yes, it is 2. Twice another number. So for example, the other number is y, so we will have here 2y. Then again, we have the word is, so it is equals, and then we have here 10. Okay? Question? Okay, next. Number 3. So we have Justin is 4 years older than Lawrence. Okay. So what will you do? Okay. For example, let us have x. Okay. Let x be Justin's age. And our y will be Lawrence's age. Okay. So we have here in the given statement Justin, so we are going to use the variable x. So x is means equals. Then 4 years older, what do you mean by that? Yes, so more than 4. So we have here 4 years older than Lawrence, which is represented by y. So we have here x equals y plus 4. Okay, did you get it? Okay, for number 4, we have the sum of the ages of Justin and Lawrence is 24. So let us use again our representation in number 3. Our x will be for Justin's age and our y will be for Lawrence's age. So we have here the sum. So we have plus of the ages of Justin, we have x, and Lawrence is y. Then we have here the word is, so equals 24. Okay, so there we have it. X plus y equals 24. Okay, any question? Okay, so for your information, if you are going to combine statements 1 and 2 on our previous example, on the previous slide, they will form a system of linear equation in two variables. Also with statements 3 and 4. Okay? So you can also form there a system of linear equation in two variables. Okay? So I have here another examples of linear equations in two variables, or system of linear equation in two variables. We have x plus y equals 10 and 3x minus 2y equals 10. Another is j equals l plus 4 and j plus l equals 24, which may also be the translation of our given statements 1 and 2, and then statement 3 and 4 if you do not like to use x and y. Okay? So, any question? Okay, so if you don't have, so let's proceed. So, suppose you went to a farm. You were told by Mang Juan to accompany him while he is feeding his animals. As you are walking, he said he has 32 animals composed of chickens and pigs. Then, he asked you how many chickens and pigs does he have if the total number of feet of all his animals is 88. He wanted to illustrate the situation as the system of linear equations in two variables. Okay? So, let us analyze the situation and let us express and illustrate this situation to the system of linear equations in two variables. Okay? So again, Mang Juan has 32 animals and all the feet of the animals will be 88. Okay? So how are we going to translate this? Okay? So let us have again the variables x and y. For example, our x will be represented by the chicken. What would you like? Okay, for example, we have here again, this is right. Since we have chickens on the first part of the problem, so let us use x for the chicken or the number of chicken, and our y will be the number of pig. Okay? Or, again, we have here the number of chicken and y will be the number of pigs. Okay. So, see, according to the problem or the situation, Mang Juan has 32 animals. So, therefore, we are going to have x plus y equals 32. And then, from the given situation, all the feet of the animals is 88. So, since we all know that chicken with the variable x has 2 feet, so we are going to have here 2x, and since we all know that pigs have 4 feet, so we have here 4y and equate it to 88. So again, we have here for chicken, we have 2 feet, so that's why we have here 2x, and for pigs, we have 4 feet, so we have here 4y. Then, add them for you to have the total number of feet, which is 88. So, we have 2x plus 4y equals 88 for the second equation. Okay? Any question? Okay, so to proceed, let's practice. What system of linear equation in two variables can be formed from the given problems? Okay, so we have here number 1. The sum of two numbers is 25. And their difference is 5. Find the numbers. Okay? So, let us use again the variables x and y. For example, our x is, okay, so let me have here. Our x will be the first number. And our y will be the second number. Okay? So, it is said that the sum of two numbers is 25. How are you going to translate that? Yes, we have here x plus y equals 25. Okay, next. And their difference. So, there means that is the two numbers. Okay, difference, so subtraction. So, you will have here x minus y equals 5. So, there we have it. This will be our given system based on the given problem. And if you are going to write the system of linear equation, it is always with a bracket. Okay? So, before you are going to write your system, make sure that you have your bracket. Okay? Next, let's have number 2. The sum of two numbers is 18. While twice the first number decreased by the second is 21. Find the numbers. So again, let us have our representation. Our x will be the first number and our y will be the second number. Okay, and then read again the problem. The sum of two numbers is 18. So we have here x plus y equals 18. So again, the sum of the two numbers is 18. while twice the first number, twice the first number. Again, our first number is x. Twice of it is 2x. Decreased by. Okay, decreased by means subtraction, so minus here. The second number. So again, our second number is y. So we have here the second number is, so equals 21. Okay. So here is our system of linear equation in two variables. A question? So let's have the third one. We have Kim Chu bought 10 notebooks. A spiral notebook costs 32 pesos each, and a non-spring notebook costs 30 pesos each. How many of each kind of notebook did she buy if she paid 312 pesos? Okay. So since we are referring for the notebooks, so let us have X and Y for notebooks. But since we have the two kinds of notebooks, we have the spiral and the non-spiral or non-spring notebook. So let us have X for our spiral notebook. And our Y will be for the non-spring notebook. Maybe it is Cattleya or whatever kind of notebook that has no spring. And then we have here again, Kim Chu bought 10 notebooks. So that's why since our X will be the number of spiral notebook and our Y will be the number of the non-spring notebook, so you will have your X plus Y equals 10. And then we have here the cost of each notebook and then the total amount she paid. So therefore, since we haven't know yet the number of spiral notebook and the number of non-spring notebook, so we are going to use the variables X and Y here. Okay, so we have for the spiral notebook represented by X is 32 pesos. So you will have your 32X. And then plus, the cost of non-spring notebook is 30 pesos. So you will have your 30Y for non-spring notebook is equal to 312 because Kim Chu paid 312 pesos for the notebooks she bought. Okay? So this is now the system of our given problem. Okay? Question? Okay. So take note that if you are going to make, if you are going to illustrate, if you are going to translate problems to the system of linear equations into variables, you have to take note of the keywords or phrases in the different operations so that you can make your correct system of linear equations. Okay, so let's try. Create a system of linear equation into variables for the following problems. Okay, so we have here a number added to twice the second number is 8. Twice the first number decreased by 4 times the second number is negative 6. What are the numbers? Okay? For number 2, the width of a rectangle is 4 less than its length. Its perimeter is 40 centimeters. Find its dimension. Again, you will not solve this problem, but you will just create a system of linear equation. Okay? Next, number 3. Justine is 4 years older than Lawrence. The sum of their ages is 24. How old is each now? Okay? So again, you will not solve this. Just create a system of linear equation. Kim paid, for number 4, Kim paid a total of 160 pesos for 4 apples and 3 pumpkins. If an apple and a pumpkin cost 45 pesos, how much does each cost? Okay. Next, let's have number 5. Ace sold 30 balot and penoy. 1 balot costs 17 pesos and 1 penoy costs 14 pesos. How many of each kind has he sold if his total sale is 480 pesos? Okay? So you will just translate this or make or create a system of linear equation. You will not solve this. Okay? Just translate. Okay? Any question? Okay? So, if you already have your answer, you may send me your answers through PM. But if you don't have your time, so it's alright. But it is better if you are going to practice yourselves on how you are going to create a system of linear equation. Okay? So again, if you have your time, so try to answer these questions numbers 1 to 5. Okay? So that's all for this day. Thank you and God bless.